Hello people! Today we're going to be doing a set of pastel flower nails. I wanted these to be super light and like just light and kind of breezy. So we're going to start off with a set of medium length coffin nails that I've already prepped. And we're going to go in with white polish. Now this set, I consider this set to be an easy set. If you can glue stuff onto other stuff, then you should be able to do this set no problem. It just takes a little time and patience. Yeah, that's it. It's a pretty easy peasy set. I have been planning on doing this set for a while. I was waiting for spring to use these flowers, and I finally got around to doing it. I've had these flowers since last summer. I think I got them towards the end of summer, so it was kind of too late to be using pastel flowers at that point. But anyway, on we go. We're going to keep our white polish layers thin so we don't get wrinkles, as white is wont to do. And in we go for a cure, and now we're on the second coat, which we will get through hopefully rather quickly here. There's not a lot to these nails, so like I said, anybody should be able to do these. All you need is the right product, and you don't even have to use the same stuff I'm using. You could do them with pretty much anything, but anyway, how you guys doing out there? I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, second coat is on, and we're going to cure. In they go, and out they are. And this, we're going to use this. This is actually a top coat that has a little bit of like ultra fine glitters in it. I'm using this one. This is the kind of pinky one. And we're just going to get a gel brush for applying gel. Now I had a little bit of an issue. You're not going to see it yet, and I edited out most of the parts, I think, but I had last used this brush to do swatches, and I did not clean the polish out of it thoroughly as I thought I had, so I was getting red or pink streaky lines on some of these. So I had to re-clean my brush better and wipe a couple of those off and redo them. But anyway, I wanted to use this to give the nails just a little bit of something. Nothing too like in your face, but just a little bit, so they weren't just going to be plain white. Although that would have looked nice too, I think. But so I just want to go in with this stuff. Now here is how they are looking. And this is how, I think this is where I have the other set. Yeah, here's how they are still plain. So there's not much of a difference, just a little bit. Okay, then I'm going over them with a no wipe tempered top coat. Now you can't see the glitter on some of those because I had first done a matte top, and then I didn't like it because it completely, I lost all that glittery stuff I had just put on. So now I'm switched back to the gloss. And that will go in for a cure. And we're now ready to start on all the stuff. Okay, the first thing I have are these little flowers. Pretty much, I think all of this stuff came from AliExpress. These flowers are going around, like everybody has these. You can get them in all different colors now. When they first came out, you could only get white or pink, which I have some of those. Here's the same ones, only in a smaller version. The ones that are all white, I'm going to be using on my next set of my own nails. So we've got a little bit to go, a couple more weeks before I'm ready for that, but stay tuned and we'll see. Now these are kind of an A-B. They're not glass, they're not crystal. I think they're made of resin, but they had some really pretty colors to them that I really liked. As you can sort of see, I'm kind of out of shot. I wasn't sure which ones I was going to use on here, so I just opened up a bunch of them. So pretty soon I'm going to start to get a big pile up of stuff on my desk. Ooh, I love those purple ones. And some of those kind of clearish ones. Clearish or yellow, I can't tell what they are. And pink. Okay. What else do we have? I'm trying to clear me a spot to work in here. I got all this stuff in the road in my little area. Of course, silver caviar beads, which I'm actually going to use some of the different sizes of those on here this time. And some of these little doodads, they're kind of like a cat eye. They have a cat eye look to the top of them. I don't know what you call those, but I've had those for a while, so I decided to throw some of those in there. And we got to reorganize myself here. And I think we're ready to go. Okay, we got glue. My gem glue that I've been using, I'm super happy with. Rarely do I ever have anything come off with this. And for those of you keeping track, the bows that I have on my cat nails are still intact. Haven't lost anything. I'm a little surprised at that, but I'll take it. We put some glue on there, and now I'm going to just start popping some stuff on. I'm going to show this nail and I'm going to show the pinky, and then after that I'll do the rest off camera because it was a bit time consuming, especially when I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to put where. And that little guy is flipped upside down. Did not want to get on here. Now see how pale pastel these flowers are? When I was ready to cure all these and I put them in the lamp and took them out, the colors darkened up a lot, and I had a bit of a freak out because it did not go with my design I wanted at all. I mean, they still were pretty, but they were not the colors that I started with, so just be aware if you get any of these. Now, I don't know if I were to wear this set of nails like out in the sun, if they were going to darken up on me again. That's a possibility, I guess. But I had to sit and let them cool down for probably maybe 20 minutes after they came out of the lamp before the color got back to normal. And boy, was I relieved when that happened. I thought for sure they were going to be all the darker versions of the colors. Like, just for example, the pale peach one, like you can see that I put on there, that the little one that's on there on the nail right now. That's a very pale peach. It darkened up to a salmon color. That's how big the difference was. Needless to say, I was freaking out. But all's well that ends well. They went back once they cooled off to their normal color. Now, I haven't cured any of this yet. I did all of this in one go. Now, on the thumbnails, I put 2 of those those like rectangular crystal-y doodads. I put 2 of those on there, and once I put those on, I did cure it with those because I had a pretty hefty blob of glue and I didn't want them to keep moving around on me. And then I went back to adding the rest of the stuff. But you can put a few things on at a time and then cure, and then, you know, add some more. But I didn't do that. I just did it all in one shot. And finally, I'm doing something with these bigger silver balls. That does not have glue. I can tell by the way it rolled right off of there. And we're deciding what we're going to put on now. I think I need more glue. What are we doing? Oh no, okay, this is where I decided to go with caviar beads in some colored ones. Now, I'm going to show you a handful of these in a second, hopefully. Okay, I did not use all of those. I used the green, the light pink, and the light blue. I did not use the purple or the orange. Like, this is part of my process. I'll just grab out everything that I think I might want to use and put it on my desk. And then I decide as I'm going along what I'm going to use of the stuff I pulled out. What I often do is, if I have an idea for a design, I'll pull everything I want to use for it, and I have these little kind of little basket things that sit in here, and I'll put all the stuff for a set in one of these baskets and leave it on the corner of my nail desk. And then as I'm doing other stuff, I'm looking at it and either get ideas for, okay, I'm going to change it to something else. I'm going to do it this way instead. Or, yeah, I like that. Let's go with this plan. You know, but it's just it's an evolving process for me. Sometimes I go in with a full-blown plan, and that's how it's going to be, and I'm going to make that set if it kills me. Other times it's more fluid, where I just kind of decide what I'm going to do as I'm going along. I try to have a plan, though, because I tend to get a little crazy when I don't have a plan and I'm just winging it. I tend to go overboard with things that way. I'm just adding a little more glue here. And we're going to put some more of those in. Eventually I'm going to get to the littler silver caviar beads and put in the center of the flowers. I believe on this first one I used the small ones in all the flowers, but later on I started putting a little bit of a bigger one in the bigger flowers and just using the tiniest ones on the tiny flowers. And it looks like I'm going to finally get around to putting those on. I'm really loving these little flowers. They're super easy to work with. They're really cute. And these colored ones did not come with the caviar beads, but if you buy like the all white or the all pink, they come with caviar beads. I think of a couple varying sizes in the pack with them, so you would get everything you need to work with them. And now I'm trying to get the lid off. The top broke off of this little cork thing in here, so that one is hard for me to get open. But anyway, I'm going to go with some pink. I've already done a little bit of green. I'm going to go with this light pink. I put some of those on, and then I think I went back later and added some of the light blue. Now I'm just putting like a little smattering of these around here and there, just to fill it in a little and just give it a little bit more interest. Now mine, none of these, this hasn't been cured at all yet, so you gotta be, if you're doing it like that all in one go, you gotta be careful that you're not moving stuff around too much. I was having problems getting these caviar beads off of my brush. And now, what are we doing? Oh, more glue. The glue really got to work out with this set, I gotta say. And I decided to stick another flower in there. As I said earlier, I believe all of this stuff that I'm using in here came from AliExpress, which is my go-to for nail art supplies most of the time. You can get the stuff on there fairly cheap. And if you pay attention and you read everything carefully, a lot of times you get free shipping, so it doesn't cost very much at all. It will take a while to get here, but if you're not in a hurry, that's definitely the way to go. Price-wise, it's much cheaper than a lot of the other places that I have checked out. All you gotta do is read the descriptions very carefully. Especially on sizes and stuff, because often you'll get something thinking, oh, what a great deal, and then you get it. It's a teeny tiny little thing. You're like, well, no wonder it was so cheap. So I have learned to be leery of a lot of that stuff now. Okay, I think I'm done with this one. Looks like. And then I'm going to just show you the pinky. And the rest I will do off camera, because as you can see by how long it took just to do that one, it did take me a good while. Actually, I believe I finished the one rack that same day, and then the next day when I came back in here, I had to do the whole second rack. On the pinky, I'm just going to go with one. And a little glue in the middle. Caviar bead in there. And then I'm going to add some of the little colored caviar beads around the outside, just here and there. Sorry, I'm out of shot again. Ugh. You think by now I would be able to keep these all in the shot better. Hey, at least we didn't get the top of my head in any of it this time. So I guess there's that. Okay, and there is the rack is done. And it's been all cured now. I'm going in with the final layer of top coat because I need to clean up some of the gluey mess I made. Now I'm not putting top coat on the flowers, but I am putting it over the caviar beads. Not the silver ones that are in the center of the flowers, just the stuff that's loose around the outside there. That will help to hold them on better, give them a better chance of staying on the whole time. And as I said, this is the next day now, hence the reason I don't have my gloves on all of a sudden. I figured I could manage to get through the last little bit of gluing stuff on and getting the top coat on without getting it all over myself. And the thumb. You see on that one how there's two of those rectangular crystal-y things in the middle, or kind of at the top middle. Those are the ones I put on and then cured, and then went back and added the rest of the stuff after they were cured. Now I did put top coat over those little cat eye, those round cat eye ones, just to give them a better sheen. Oh, looks like I did slop a little on myself. Okay, and there we go. We're ready to cure. Well, let's get over these one more time because I had a little bit of an issue, but here is the full set, done and cured. I hope you like them, and if you did, please give me a like. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. I have new sets out every Saturday, and every once in a while you might get a bonus one in the middle of the week if I have time. And thank you so much for watching.